I'm looking at all these so-called experts now in the media. They know everything about the corona, and they don't know nothing. You know as much as they know, but you listen to them and you freak out. It's amazing. And the men are as bad as the women. Beta! Just why? Philip is a first-time caller out of North Little Rock, Arkansas, better known as Arkansas, but well known as Arkansas. Joe, I really appreciate your response to the question. I will put my 2 cents in on Sunday if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise.
What is the creek in Los Angeles, Jesse, that's going to prevent you from doing that?
The creek of illegal aliens that are all over the street.
I like Bernie Sanders, but I don't agree with Bernie Sanders being at the top of the ticket.
Why not?
I think he's a little bit too far. I'm a moderate progressive. I
Beta!
think Bernie is a little bit too far left.
Beta! Why are you progressive, man? That doesn't make sense.
Because I like progress. I like to move forward.
Oh, amazing. And so you believe Butchie will be running as VP with someone?
No, Pete Buttigieg.
Oh, whatever. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it, buddy. Jason is out of...
Love, live, serve with the Streamlab. How do I avoid the urge to have sex, especially when it's a bad little thing?
Stay off the pot. What's wrong with Oprah? You told Harpo to beat me. All my life, I've been beat by men. My daddy, my brothers, my uncles, my cousins. What were you doing that they were beating you all your life, Oprah? Saudi Arabia State Oil Company has apologized after a worker was dressed up as a human hand gel dispenser. And this is due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. Let me see the guy again. So you see the man pulling off the paper, taking the paper towel off the human guy, the guy, to clean his hand, right? A dispenser. That's awful. I would never do that. I would never clean my hand like that. Come here. I would never do a human being like that. Oh, I need a little bit more, please. Come. This is awful, right? I wouldn't do this. That's awful. That's my walking human hand gel dispenser. Isn't that amazing?
Mike Young, hey Jesse, who do you blame for the outbreak of coronavirus?
I don't know. They said it came from over there, China. So until I know it better, I guess China.
Jackie Chan.
Who?
He's like a Chinese actor.
He did it?
I'm just messing around.
Oh.
Mike Young.
Oh, you just saying that?
I'm just saying it.
Oh, you said it.
Everybody knows who he is.
Oh, okay.
Mike Young.
I don't know who that is. When my producer told me about this, when Nick and I were going over this in the meeting this morning, I was like, Nick, I know you're an ankle baby, so don't be playing a trick on me, man. I have to ship you back to the ankles, right? He's like, no, Jesse. No, senor. It's not a joke. This is from the American Mirror. Homeless man sits with decaying raccoon inside San Francisco McDonald's. No wonder we got the coronavirus.
This done brung a dead raccoon in the motherfucking McDonald's. Look at this shit. That motherfucker dead in the motherfucker. This nigga got rabies like a motherfucker. This motherfucker crazy. They ain't gonna bring it in there where the food at. This motherfucker put the raccoon on the table. And he getting up leaving now. Look, he leaving now.
That's insane.
It doesn't say. And one thing about black people, they'll call it out. CBS Los Angeles is reporting gun sales soar among Asian Americans. Don't be messing with the Asians now.
Man, you've really done a lot for me, and I really appreciate what you do and, like, you know, your honesty about everything, because it's really not easy doing what you do.
No, it really is easy. I'm having a blast, man. You should already be washing your nasty hands. Sometimes when I travel, I see men running in and out of the toilet during number 2, right? And run right out of the bathroom. I'm like, what the? If I look around the airplane, make sure they're not on the same plane. The president is a normal guy, right? And I got proof. It was just before the president did his oval address on the coronavirus the other day. And he was captured in a candid moment. And he realized he had a stain on his shirt. He about to go on the air. He like, oh, what the? Here's the president.
Well,
Houston, we have a problem.
I believe that every man, except for the Father himself, is an imperfect man.
And
anyone who has sinned is an imperfect man.
In what way?
In the way that all have fallen short of the glory of God.
In what way?
All have sinned. In the biblical sense, all have sinned.
And so, but how are they imperfect?
Well, those who are with sin are imperfect.
In what way?
I'm glad you got me there.
Amazing.
All right, let's do this! Who's ready to rally for abortion access? My name is Renee Bracy Sherman, and I have an abortion!
I think people should be able to have an abortion whenever the they want.
Okay, so even right before the due date.
I mean, if someone's going to wait and just like be like, I'm not gonna, and then like do it before, I mean, whatever, I don't give a
The baby doesn't matter because it's not born yet.
Yes, I'm celebrating abortion. I had one a month ago and it was f***ing great.
Oh, God. Who had sex with her, right? Amazing.
My first question is, you said that you don't take responsibility, but you did disband the White House pandemic office, and the officials that were working in that office left this administration abruptly. So what responsibility do you take to that? And the officials that worked in that office said that the White House lost valuable time because that office wasn't disbanded. What do you make of that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question, because what we've done is, and Tony has said numerous times that we've saved thousands of lives because of the quick closing. And when you say me, I didn't do it. We have a group of people. I could ask perhaps my administration, but I could perhaps ask Tony about that, because I don't know anything about it. I mean, you say we did that. I don't know anything about it.
You don't know about the reorganization that happened at the National Security
It's the administration.
Council.
Perhaps they do that. You know, people let people go. You used to be with a different newspaper than you are now. You know, things like that happen.
But this was an
Please go ahead.
He said, that's a nasty question.
Yeah. Because it is. Just like, that's only a vindictive question. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're not trying to, like, learn anything. You just want to attack.
And she's standing up there looking like a swollen Satan.
Oh, God.
Expecting that he go cower down.
Mm-hmm.
You got the wrong white man, woman.
Big time.
I'm telling you, but anyway.
So I wanted to ask, is it beta male to play video games? If you're saving 10% of your income, if you're seeking the kingdom of God, if you're
how old are you?
I'm 27.
Beta! Kevin out of Long Beach, California. Kevin, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse. Good morning. Love the show.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
So, I'm looking at the way Trump treats political opponents and his, cursing up a storm at rallies.
Yes.
Not to mention he's done absolutely nothing on immigration. Sleeping with all these different women for money, having multiple wives.
You having fun
Isn't
right
it a
now?
bit like, yeah. Isn't it a bit?
You sound like a woman. You realize that?
I sound like a woman?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm just pointing out because he called me a Christian, and
But
he just
you sound like a woman. Daddy is doing the best job that a daddy can do, but mama still don't like him because she hate men, so she hate daddy. And so she still bringing up stuff that did not happen, bringing up lies and accusing because daddy just may make things better, and mama doesn't want that to happen. You sound like a woman.
Would Jesus have cursed up storms
You
around
sound like a woman. What do you want to say about that?
I mean, you might be right, but I don't know.
Are you okay with sounding like and thinking like a woman?
I'm thinking logically. You're
No,
thinking
I'm
emotionally.
asking you, are you okay with thinking and sounding like a woman and going against your own nature? How do you live with yourself?
I just try to look at it the right way.
You're not looking at it the right way, Kevin. You're looking at it the way your mama looks at it. Most Italian men are controlled by Italian women. It's like the women control them.
True.
Right?
Absolutely true.
And that's just
wrong. That's wrong, though.
Right, but they can't help it because they have been turned away from their fathers and to the mother, and so they are angry and they think and they feel like a woman. They are attracted to what they hate.
No, absolutely. I can see that it happens, and a lot of girls. I mean, the more we go on, most people are becoming a bit Americanized in a way.
Yeah.
What you're talking about. I mean,
Yeah, but that's
I
because
don't
the
focus
men
on that.
the men in Italy are not as manly as you think that they are. They are really being controlled, and you may not have recognized that.
Women make a fool of me very easily.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah.
I get very, very attached. I get very, very emotional with them.
Yeah. And are you living at home?
Yeah, still.
You still live with mama?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm studying. That's a good question. That's a good.
Do you smoke pot?
A bit.
You smoke pot?
Yes, a bit. It's illegal here. I cannot talk about it. I work, I get money, etc. But I haven't yet had the chance. Probably, I need to make more money.
That's because
if
the
you want
men
to-
in Italy are beta.
And I have other things to say, but what came to me while listening to the guy from Italy, I realized of all the amazing things you're doing, Jesse, you have a special superpower for sniffing out pot smokers.
Just call me the pot smoking sniffer. All right. And if you run out of toilet paper, use newspaper. Use old pillowcases. Use corn cobs. A piece of wood or something.
Let's say if my dad says he wants to paint the wall blue, the wall's going to be blue, and my mom will not question that. You know what I'm
Oh, the
saying?
wall got to be blue.
So
This is from Kat Tempf, a Fox News contributor and advice columnist, right? She says, ladies, if you're quarantined with your boo, now is a great time to bring up all of the issues you have been letting slide in relationship. No matter how minor, he literally cannot leave. He has no choice but to talk it out. Can we say divorce time is coming with that mess? That's horrible advice. Ladies, don't do that if you want to keep your man. If you don't want to keep your man, then you do it, all right? If you want to keep your husband, I wouldn't suggest that because a woman's voice sounds like a fire truck after a while. That's what it sounds like after a while to a man. And to the children, and to the cats, and to the dogs, to the flowers, and the trees, and the birds, and the bees, and the paint on the house. That woman, if you listen to that woman, don't listen to that woman. You will suffer, ladies. I have with me Delario Robinson, Democratic club president, and was drafted to the Oakland Raiders in 1974. Thank you for being with me, sir. Are you the head of your wife?
I'm the head of the household, sure.
How about your wife? Are you the head of your wife?
She's got a head of her own, but you know, I do assume the male role, the biblical male role of strategy and planning.
And are you the head of your wife?
She has her own head, but we're a team, and we function as a team.
How long you been married?
I've been married to 18 years.
18. And are you the head of your wife?
I believe so.
Are you the head of your wife?
I know you don't really mean to be redundant, but we have a traditional marriage.
You're not sure if you're the head of your wife or not?
You know, I don't want to be her head.
But if you're not the head of your wife, why would she love you?
If I'm not the head of her?
Yes. Why would she want to love you?
Well,
because according to the scripture, you're the head of your wife, and then she can love you. Women don't love men who are not their heads.
If you want to say that I'm the head of
No, I don't want to say it. I'm just asking you. You know? It's not what I want to say. Are you the head of your wife?
I believe so, if you want to say that.
No, not if I want to say it.
You know, I don't really, that's not, she has a head of her own.
So is that one rule of God that you left out? He told you, he said that men are the head of the wife as Christ is the head of the church, so you don't want that particular rule? You want to take that out?
The reason why I married this particular woman was because I knew that our longevity as a married couple would probably go until death.
And that's the reason you're not the head? You want it to last a long time?
No, I am the head.
Of your wife?
There's no doubt about it, but I don't really have to.
Of your wife?
Of my wife.
Why are you a Democrat?
Well, I love democratic values.
Like what?
Well, being a Democrat, you know, all through the political.
What values of the Democratic Party that you want to hold on to, that you like?
The fairness,
Fairness in what?
All through the civil rights era, it was the Democrats and the Democratic Party that saw fit to bring the new standards in civil rights.
They were not fighting for the freedom of black people. Republicans fought for the freedom. Al Gore's father fought against civil rights for black Americans. Democrats were not for it. Republicans were for it. Democrats fought against black freedom.
Well, for example, you have Barack Obama as president. Now, on the Republican scene, I see not even in a dream right now do we see a African American stepping forward as president of the United States representing the Republican Party.
Have you heard of Herman Cain?
I've heard of Herman Cain.
He ran for president. He's black. How about Alan Keyes? You ever heard of him?
Alan Keyes.
He ran for president as a Republican.
I saw Alan Keyes.
Did you vote for Alan Keyes?
I respected Alan Keyes.
Let me ask you this. You're a Christian, right?
I am.
You support same-sex marriage?
Well, it's a political issue.
Why don't you support it?
Well, I'm a biblical person.
What does that mean?
It means that I have deep Christian values.
And what does that mean?
That means that I'm a heterosexual. I'm married to a woman.
And so same-sex marriage is wrong?
Well, politically, I'm going to say that
is same-sex marriage wrong, in your opinion?
As far as I'm concerned?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to say that it's not wrong, but it's not right.
Is same-sex marriage wrong?
I would not have supported same-sex marriage.
Is it wrong?
In my opinion, I would not have, I would not have backed same-sex marriage.
Why not?
Because I believe that marriage should be between a male and a female.
So is same-sex marriage wrong?
I believe that a man should be married to a woman.
Would God say that is wrong or right?
Would God say?
Does God say it's right?
God has said that it was wrong.
So what do you say then?
I'm saying that a marriage should be between a male and a female.
Why can't you say that is wrong or right?
Because we're already enacting laws that say that marriage between homosexuals or gay people is okay.
Are you afraid to say if it's wrong or right?
I'm not afraid to say anything.
But is it wrong or right?
Listen,
I'm asking you that. Is it wrong or right?
Jesse, I'm political, and I'm trying to be a person that's saying something that I really believe. And I really believe that a heterosexual marriage, a marriage should be between a man and a woman.
But you won't say if it's right or wrong.
No.
We're talking with Delario. Oh, let me ask about abortion. Do you support abortion?
I don't support abortion.
Why not?
Well, I believe a fetus has a right to live, but I do in some circumstances. And there are circumstances where abortion should happen.
And what are those circumstances?
Well, financial hardship, and then some people are too young.
So if somebody's pregnant and they are having financial hardship, they should kill the baby?
Well, I don't. Do you really believe that it's killing a baby?
What is it killing?
Is it killing a baby? Would you say that?
If it's not a baby, what is it?
It's a fetus.
And what is a fetus?
A fetus is a developing potential baby. It's not a baby.
It's not a developing human being?
It's a developing human being.
It is?
It is.
So it is a baby?
It is.
But you just said it wasn't a baby.
Well, come on, Jess. I mean...
Would God support killing a baby in the womb?
Well, I'm not God. I couldn't answer that question.
But I thought you were a son of God.
Sure I am.
But you don't know your father's thoughts?
But listen, people are being killed every day in wars.
And what does that have to do with abortion?
If abortion was not a necessity, I don't believe it would be done.
How is abortion a necessity?
If people did not think that abortion was a necessity, I don't believe it would be done.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you realize that nearly 55 million babies have been killed in the United States?
I didn't realize that.
You said that it's the woman's body. Why do you say it's her body? She can do what she wants. It's her choice. Why? What makes you think it's her body?
Well, it is her body. She's an individual.
Did she create that body?
She did not create the body.
Who did?
God created the body.
And does God say our bodies are not our own, but the temple of God?
Well, the Bible does say that.
So how is it her body then?
Because she's an individual.
But what does she still didn't create her own body?
She may not be that type of Christian.
Oh, so she doesn't have to follow the commandments of God. Tell me something good Obama has done for the country.
Being an African American is difficult enough. And
what's difficult about being a black man?
What's difficult? Well, for me, nothing's real difficult, but the system has.
I see nothing difficult about being a black American.
I love being a black American.
Oh, you just said it was difficult.
It is sometimes.
You know who Maxine Waters is, right?
Yes, I do.
You ever heard of you've seen her before?
I've seen her at a lot of the Democratic functions.
Do you agree with me that she is the wicked witch of the West?
Anyone that's reached the position that Maxine Waters has reached, you have to tip your hat off to her.
You heard of Hitler before, right?
I have.
He reached a high position. Should we tip our hat to him too?
Well, you know what I mean. I mean,
has she done anything good for South Central?
Well, I don't know exactly what she's done and
you know why, right?
What she's doing, but she's, in my opinion, she's a good representative.
Would you want to be married to her?
I've seen her husband.
Yeah, don't you pray for him every time you see him?
No. No, I forget his name, but I know he...
Sadness.
Savage. 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 Savage.
Are you going to stay a Democrat after this interview? So your name is Tom?
Yeah.
They call me Uncle Tom. Well,
yes, sir.
Happy birthday to Arizona. Enjoy yourself, Arizona, from James with the good hair, the hate report. Joel, he black. Nick, he Anchor Baby. Chris, he white. And Jesse, he black.